it's Jen for Virus, and thank you for joining me for day 7 of our envelope punch board week. It's finally over. It's kind of sad though. I had a lot of fun making these projects. This is a post-it note holder that I am going to make for all of my friends at work for Administrative Assistance Day. I thought this would be a sweet little gift that we could make to show the administrative assistants how much we love them, and it can hold a thing of post-it notes because we all use those. So I thought we could incorporate the envelope punch board into it for our final day and give a nice little gift to those people who help us out on a daily basis. So let me zoom out and we will get started on this project. Okay, the stamp sets that I'm using are kind of eclectic and picture perfect. I'm just going to use the Just a Note from Picture Perfect. And the kind of eclectic, I'm going to use the sun and the butterfly. Pattern paper, I am going to use the Wildflower Fields 12 by 12 pack from Celebration. Can y'all believe Celebration's over tomorrow? I can't stand it. If y'all have not gotten your Celebration stuff, run, and go get it, because it's over tomorrow. $50 in any purchase, you can get your Celebration stuff. I think the only stuff that's sold out is the glitter tape is gone. Sky is the Limit, I think, is gone. And the one with the chicken. What's the one with the chicken? Oh, Honeycomb Happiness. Honeycomb Happiness is gone. So if y'all missed out, it's gone. But everything else is still available. So run, get your stamps, get your paper, get everything that you can in Celebration, because tomorrow is it. $50. So if you spend $100, you get 2. If you get $150, you get 3. So y'all find a friend and get a big order together, and then y'all can split the Celebration gifts. So anyway, okay, back to business. Sorry, I get excited. Celebration makes me tickled. Okay, so cardstock. I am using Calypso Coral. And the cardstock is 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. The DSP, again, is the Wildflower Fields. I am using this pretty pattern paper, and it's going to be 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. If your pattern paper is going to matter the way that you cut it, for example, I don't want my leaves to go horizontally. I need them to go vertically. So I need to make sure that the 3 1/4 is the horizontal measurement. So I need it to be 3 1/4 wide by 3 3/4 tall. So make sure that if your pattern paper is directional, 3 1/4 wide by 3 3/4 tall. Okay. And then a scrap, not a scrap, but another piece that's 3 1/4 wide by 1 3/8 tall. Okay. And then I have a piece of Whisper White cut by 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then I have another piece of Whisper White that's just here for a scrap, because I'm going to punch out my butterflies. Okay, so let's work with our Calypso Coral. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this in, and we are going to score it. And I'm going to use my paper trimmer to score it, if I can get this brought in here. Got a mess here. Okay, and I'm going to score it at 3 3/4 and 4. So make sure you use the light blade, not the dark one, because that'll cut it. So 3 3/4 and 4. Okay. And then I'm going to reinforce it with my bone folder, my score lines. And this is a really easy project, but it's so efficient and so effective. And you can make a bunch of them real quick, and it doesn't take a lot of materials. Okay, so now you've got your base. I mean, that's pretty much it. And you can see you have a back piece and a front piece. So when I talk about the back and the front, this is what it is. This is the back, this is the front. Okay, so I am going to now adhere my pattern paper to the inside piece of my back, because I am going to be using the envelope punch board, and instead of doing 2 separate steps, I'm just going to do it once. So snail adhesive. And just flush it up against this score line here at the bottom, or flush it up against the top. Either way, it's going to be the same the same effect. Ooh, let me get some more adhesive up here at the top because I need that to be stuck. So make sure that that's even all the way around. And if you have any excess, you can always flip it over. Oh, look at there. I lined that up pretty doggone good. Yay for me. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our envelope punch board. And we are going to line this up at 0. So when I say 0, I mean I'm just going to put the paper in where the paper and the metal or the plastic part starts. So line it up at 0, and I'm going to punch. I'm not going to do any scoring. Then I'm going to bring it into 2, and when I say 2, I want the side of the paper to be at 2, not this tab here, but the actual side of the paper to be at 2. Okay? So 0 and 2 and punch. And then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Okay? And do the same thing. 0 and 2. Okay, and then you're left with something that looks like this. It's kind of ugly, isn't it? That's okay. We're going to fix it. Okay, you're going to bring back your paper trimmer. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this piece right here on both sides. This kind of wonky piece. This I'm just going to trim by hand because I was not successful getting it to go away with the paper trimmer. I ended up tearing my cardstock. If you feel like you can get it to go away, by all means, have at it, sister or brother, depending on who you are watching this video. So what you're going to do is line up your paper in your paper trimmer so that the groove in the blade, where the blade's going to rest, is right where the paper is going to be cut off. So just kind of line it up and cut it off. So now you can kind of see your file folder beginning to form. Same thing on the other side. If you feel more comfortable doing it with scissors and you feel like you can get a straighter edge that way, go for it. I could not get it to work for me. So I have a little straggler. Look at there. Looks like my hair in the morning. That little piece right there. Okay, I can't like that. So I'm going to get that to go away. And I'm going to flip it over and just kind of make that one go bye-bye also. Take that piece off. Same thing over here. I'm just going to take this piece off right here. And by putting my pattern paper on first, that just eliminated me having to punch the pattern paper and the cardstock, maybe making a mistake so that they weren't even, and then trying to line it up and trimming it off. Just made it easier for me. Okay, now I'm going to bring my envelope punch board back in, and I'm just going to round the corners of these. This corner here, and then this corner here. This one's not going to round. If you want to, you can take your snips and kind of round it if that bothers you. If you're a bit OCD or you prepare that kind of harsh edge bothers you, maybe you can make it a little bit rounded. So here we go with our file folder. How stinking cute is that already? Okay, yahoo! Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to, oops, I took our envelope punch board away and we're not done. Take your 2x2 piece of Whisper White and round all the corners in the envelope punch board. You can use your Project Life corner puncher if you want. If you have another corner rounder, you can use that too. But I think it looks better if the corners are rounded, just simply because it seems to match a little bit better. Okay, now take your other piece of pattern paper, that's the 1 3/8 by 3 1/4, and you're going to adhere it kind of close to the bottom of your pattern paper here, close to this first score line. Okay, so just snail will be sufficient for this, and just line it up so that it's straight. Alrighty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of stamping on our Whisper White piece of paper here. I'm going to bring in the sun from the Kinda Eclectic and some So Saffron ink. And I'm going to ink up my sun, and I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it to be so bold. I want it to kind of be in the background. And I got some schmutz on the end there. I have to wipe it off. This sun is notorious for I don't know if it's called a sun, but I use it as a sun all the time. But I can't seem to get it to not get schmutz on it. It's notorious for that for me. So I'm going to stamp off, and then up in this corner here, I'm just going to kind of give it a stamp. It's just kind of emulate the sun there. Okay, and we're done with that one. Alrighty, and then I'm going to pull in the Just a Note from the Picture Perfect stamp set and my Blackberry Bliss. And I have just the dot from the Paper Pumpkin set. How much do y'all love Paper Pumpkin? Oh my gosh, I love Paper Pumpkin, but I love Blackberry Bliss too, so I'm going to have to order the big stamp pad before it goes away, because y'all know Blackberry Bliss is going away, right? May? I think it's May. It's going away. So if you like this color and you want to keep using it, I suggest you order it now. Don't wait, because if you wait until the end of May, it's going to be sold out, or you're not going to be able to get it. It's going to be on back order. It's just going to be a hot mess. Oh, look how party it is. Distant Note. Isn't that cute, Distant Note? And we're giving them notepads. I'm such a dork. Okay, so Just a Note. That's all done. Now I'm going to adhere this down to the front. Kind of down a bit. Yeah, that'll be perfect. I'm going to close this up too, so I don't need that for right now. Bit of snail on there. Stick that on there. I want that to overlap a little bit, because I'm going to tie my ribbon at the top. Yeah, okay. And then I'm taking the butterfly from the Kinda Eclectic and my scrap piece of white cardstock. And I am going to stamp out 2 butterflies, one in Blackberry Bliss and one in Pool Party. I know that Pool Party is not what, well, maybe it is one of the coordinating colors from the paper. I can't remember. Sometimes I follow that guide, sometimes I don't, because sometimes I go on my own little path. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this Blackberry Bliss. Look at this butterfly. How gorgeous is that? Is that not beautiful? With the pattern, and that Blackberry Bliss is just so crisp and beautiful and purple. So pretty. Okay, so I'm not going to cut all this out because I've already prepared it, but I just want to show you when you do some fussy cutting, the thing you want to remember is to move your paper. Don't move your scissors, because if you move your scissors, you're going to tear your paper. It's going to be a hot mess. So just hold your scissors steady and just turn your paper. I hope my camera is focusing on that, but go around your object that you're stamping, or that you're cutting out, I'm sorry, and just turn your paper. Keep your hand that has your scissors in it, be your right hand or left hand, keep that kind of straight, and just turn your paper, okay? So that's a little tip on fussy cutting. And to save time, voila! I have purple and blue, so Blackberry Bliss and Pool Party butterflies, and I'm going to throw some basic pearls on there. I like the middle size in here. I'm going to put 2 of them. And here's a little trick I learned from Frenchie. She's so cute. She's my upline. If you grab these with your scissors, they come off so easy and they don't fling everywhere like if you try to use a paper piercer or a X-Acto knife or something. And then you can just set it down on there. Ha! Look at that! She's brilliant. I love her. I like to listen to her talk, too. She's fun. Have y'all ever listened to her talk? She's got the cutest accent. I love her. Hey, Frenchie. Okay, so now we got our 2 little pearls in there, and we're all set. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put our Post-it notes in there, just as a guide, so we know about how thick we want them. And this pack of Post-it notes has been used, but I'm just using it as a guide. And then I am going to pull in some Pool Party glitter ribbon. You can use any ribbon you want. This is just the ribbon I had on hand. I think this might be still in the clearance section. I'm not sure, but if you click on the link to my blog, you can go to the store and check it out and see. Measurement, I have no idea. Probably, let's see. Probably don't need this much, but I have 16 inches of ribbon. 16 inches of ribbon that you probably won't need all of it. But I am going to tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Tie a Pool Party ribbon around my thing here. And I'm not the best ribbon tire, so I'm sorry. It's kind of fidgety here, but I'm going to do my best on camera to tie it. Oh, look at there. Not too shabby. All right. And if you hold your centerpiece when you pull your boat, your, what do you call these things? Not the tails, but the what you call them? These pieces. You know, when you pull your tails, it will help keep your bow tight. Okay, so now that one's good, but this one's too long. So we'll trim that one down. And then I want this to be on the side. So I'm just going to spin it. Okay, and then I'm going to take my butterflies, my little flutterbies. My kids used to call them flutterbies. Okay, and some glue dots. And I'm going to take the pool party one and put it down by the sentiment. Since the sentiment's in Blackberry Bliss, I think that'd be too much Blackberry Bliss. But if I put that there, look over there, and then put the Blackberry Bliss one up by the pool party, that'd be a good balance, I think. What do y'all think? Yeah? Okay. And we'll stick that one up there, like so. And let's dust a note. Ooh, I can't like the way that turned out. Look at that. We need to trim that off. Oh, yay! It's a party. Okay. So there is a sweet little Post-it note that you can give to anybody you please. I like this one better. I used Pear Pizzazz in my first butterfly, but I think the pool party kind of goes better. So, but anyway, y'all go to get your celebration stuff before it's too late. Make you a Post-it note or build it with whatever you got at your house. And I hope that you can build one and bring a smile to somebody's day. Have a great one. Bye.